you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Jimmy, yeah, this is MC Alfred. I'm just chilling.
What every man wants to think. Wearing. Yo.
For MC, you can't trust me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfred, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got a fun show for you guys today. Before we get started, let's first say hi to our whole team, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
I'm blind and no one cares.
Okay, you have to explain that after we say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. But I'm blind and I don't care to say hi, everybody, because I can't see a bloody thing. I went to have my eyes...
No, you have to wait. We say hi to everybody, and then you come back.
Oh, I got to do that shit again.
So we want to give a shout-out to the team we got in Wellington, Florida. We have Danielle. Hi, Danielle.
Putana.
Hello.
And then in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, we got the fabulous Scotty J from Rock Titan TV. What's up, Scotty?
Hey.
Oh, that was Fat Albert. That was good.
I do
and we got a chat room with people coming in. What's up? B. Claudia's in there from Germany, and Backpack John is in there. B. Claudia says she loves your Flash Gordon shirt.
Thank you. Jimmy had it made special for me from his company. This is a Jimmy Star shirt.
There you go.
I love Flash Gordon.
And they like it, so there you go. And so now you can tell people about your blindness.
Maybe I don't care to. How do you like them apples?
Well, you've already said it, so you have to.
Well, anyway, they did a test on me where they put... What did they put?
They dilated your eyes.
Some kind of poisonous shit.
You had an eye exam.
And they threw acid in my eyes or whatever, and I wasn't able to see for 6 hours, and I still have problems today. The studio lights are really hurting, so I may be in sunglasses in a little while.
He actually was watching television last night in the room with like low lights and sunglasses on.
The reason for that was when I turned to my sides, I thought he was George Clooney.
Oh, yeah, right.
He looked like George Clooney in the sunglasses.
Yeah.
It was just a fantasy.
I thought you liked Jason Statham.
I like all of them.
Okay.
I'm just a fairy.
Shazam, you have to sit someplace. You can't go walking around. There you go.
Shazam sat right at my feet because he loves his dad. Huh, Shazam? Shazam is the big 130-pound Brazilian Mastiff Fila, a Brazilian dog. He's fierce and he's very bad. So if anybody tries to come in our home or attack us, you're gone. He'll chew you to pieces. But to us, he's a lamb.
He thinks he's a lap dog.
Oh, he's the sweetest dog in the world. To us, he's like a baby. He kisses you. He rolls over. He never, ever growls at us. We could do anything to him. But, baby, if a stranger comes here, forget it.
Yeah, he doesn't like it at all. So,
they're chopped liver.
So we have a fun show for you guys today. We have UK recording artist Rob Palladino coming on to talk about his new album, Spirit Trail. And we have Jade Starling, who's the lead singer of Pretty Poison. If you guys remember Pretty Poison, they were huge in the freestyle days. And she's got a bunch of new music out, and she's gorgeous, and she's fabulous. So we should have a lot of fun today. You going to talk or no? This is your time that you like to talk.
Only if I'm forced to do it.
No, you don't have to. We can talk with Danielle and Scott.
That tramp?
Yeah.
Danielle, have you been giving the cop any lately?
No, unfortunately, we've both been busy. My brother's home from the military, and I haven't seen him since he was deployed to Afghanistan. Since he's back, I kind of just been focusing on hanging out with him and my sister-in-law.
Good. Say to your brother, I think he's wonderful.
Oh, absolutely.
He's in the military protecting us from all the crap.
Absolutely.
Tell him he's fabulous.
How long has he been there? How long was he there?
He was there for like 9 months.
And then when does he go back, or is he done?
No, he's done for the next 13 months. And if he gets deployed again, it's like Germany or something like that. I'm not quite sure where he's going to go next if he gets deployed.
If he
Oh,
goes
it's
to
very nice that
Germany,
he's came
B.
back to
Claudia
see-
could fix
Yeah, he
him
can
up with
see-
some hot chicks.
Well,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law is over there in Germany now. So we are a very Army military family.
There
And
you go.
So what do you do? Just entertain the troops with your snatch? I mean, what do you do?
No, not yet. My brother's trying to find me a military man.
I mean, you could work for the Army in a minute. The guys would love you.
I don't know about all that, but
Now, people think I'm crude, coarse, and horrible, but Danielle talks about her sex life and her cop. She has a policeman that she has sex with once a week or so, and he is dressed in cop uniform, and he, does all kinds of handcuffs and stuff. So for you broads out there who have a fantasy about, or guys who have a fantasy about balling a cop, contact Danielle. She'll give you all the
What
details.
other kinds? Do you ever go out with any doctors or lawyers or any stuffy people?
usually it's kind of like the rugged kind, like fisherman. I like a working man, but I don't know, like a cop just kind of intrigued me, and that's just where it was. I don't really have a type. If you got a good personality and we connect, that's kind of what my MO is.
Dee's
What
into
your
the
type is?
bondage. She's into the bondage.
I know she's also into size. If the cop is little, she ain't going with him. She likes big meat with a wild treat, right?
Yeah, girl,
Big-
that's what her likes.
Big meat with a wild treat. That
Yeah.
sounds like something you like too.
I have news for you. You more than anybody. Oh my God! Like he makes me out to be slut. He's a saint.
I didn't say you were a slut. I just said you like big meat.
How do you know?
Huh? How do I know? Because every time we're talking, whenever we watch Turner Classic movies, every actor on the thing, he says that one has a reputation for having really big meat. This one does not have a reputation for big meat. Like you know every famous person in Hollywood, you know if they've got a big dick or not.
Because I've been around Hollywood in the days of old, and I knew the gossip that was going on. Like Burt Reynolds was hung, Rock Hudson extremely hung, Walter Pidgeon very hung. Tab Hunter, very nicely built. I mean, that's what people talked about. Milton Berle said Frank Sinatra had a dick that looked like a piano tuner. You know, the thing you bang?
What does that mean? I don't know what a piano tuner looks
The
like.
thing that looks and hangs. It's the thing that go bong.
Oh, yeah.
A tuner. And that's what they did in those days. Men discussed their private joints. It was the thing. And women, Mamie Van Doren with her pointy tits, Jane Russell, supposedly gigantic, meanwhile 36B. Who was the sweater girl? Who was the skirt girl? Who was the seam nylon girl? I mean, we were very dirty in those days, but they kept it different. Today, they just say she's got big tits, she's a slut, she's a leslie, but back then they couldn't do that. So they hinted around things. That's what
Did they have crotchless panties back in the 50s?
I guess so. Sure. It didn't take a genius to invent those. I mean, it was just some guy who ate panties. He made a hole in them and then decided to manufacture them.
I'm sure that's not kosher.
I'm sure you had your panties chewed open so the guy could get to the nitty gritty. So come on.
I would
love
that. I would love to be the one who invented that.
Well, you didn't.
They'd probably make a lot of money.
You didn't, Blanche, did you?
Actually, I wish I would have developed Post-its. I bet whoever made Post-its is rich.
I want to invent a car urinal that when you sit in a car for long trips, all you do is open up a pipe next to you in your seat, pee into the pipe, and it goes on the road. Who cares? It's
But then the road's going to stink.
Well, it stinks anyway.
I love the Golden Girls. Like, you just made a Golden Girls reference, and that's one of my favorite shows ever. I'm definitely a Dorothy or a Sophia.
Well,
Ron loves that show too. We used to watch it in Pennsylvania. We watched it at night when we went to bed, but now it's not on here.
And I was proud to meet B. Arthur many years ago in Palm Springs. I didn't meet her. I said hello and we 2 seconds, and I didn't hang out with her. She was the of the parade, the Gay Pride Parade in Palm Springs. She was the, what do they call them? General?
Master of Santa Maria or
General or something they call
whatever.
them.
There's
a title.
Celebrity.
There's a title for them.
If you have Hulu, it's on Hulu.
Oh, we can watch it on Hulu, yes.
And she was throwing handkerchiefs out to the crowd, plaid or whatever. And I still have the handkerchief she threw.
Actually, we know all the lines for all the Golden Girls. We've seen all of them, a zillion times.
100 times.
So we literally, know exactly what's happening in all of them.
Well, the writing was great. And my dear friend Stan Zimmerman was one of the first writers of Golden Girls, and Stan Zimmerman is probably the most talented director, producer, writer that we have today of young people.
Yeah, he's very good.
I agree.
Stan's been on our show.
Absolutely.
Which he's trying to push for Silver Foxes, which is going to be about 3 or 4 gay men in Palm Springs who can't get into a nursing home because they're gay. So they all live together, and it's going to be kind of like a gay man Golden Girl.
Golden Girls with gay guys.
Which should be hysterical because they have a lot of stuff they could play
I
with.
was just about to say that's going to be a very funny show.
If anybody's out there and they want to produce it, contact Stan Zimmerman.
There you go. That's Zimmerman Stan on social media.
Yep, it'll go right up.
So what's going on with you, Mr. Rock Titan TV? Is life good?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm married with children. It's a boring life,
I was married once with children.
You're married now and you have children.
And the wife took a powder and never came back. I didn't see her like in 40 years. Neither did my children. And then she died. So, you get lucky.
I wish my wife would take a powder.
Oh, that's not nice.
No, it's not. I'm just teasing. But she is gone in Oklahoma for like 4 days on like this makeup convention. So it's just me and my wild kids. I was actually hoping to go see Dream Theater this weekend, but now I got to stay home and watch the kids instead of going out to the Tower in Philly and seeing Dream Theater.
Hey,
now listen up. You believe your wife? She's so full of shit. She's not at any makeup convention anywhere.
That's an old affair. Is that what it is? Yeah, she's having an affair?
Absolutely, with a 21-year-old stud. What are you kidding? Think she wants the old guy in Pennsylvania anymore? She did. You gave her a couple of babies. That was your job. Now she's out for pleasure and fun, right? Right, Dee?
Yeah, why would she had the old bull when she can have...
Yeah, I mean, sex after 5 years, it's routine. A little of this, a little of that, and then back to sleep.
I really hope that never happens to me.
Not to you. You're a hot potato.
It won't happen to you because you're into it.
No, you're nonstop orgasmic. But no. You'll have your cop, your fireman, your sailor, your pilot, your doctor, your lawyer,
you're like
Indian
deer hunter,
chief.
your fisherman.
Yeah, I mean, you have variety.
I have my own YMCA.
Right, but poor Scott is stuck.
But yeah, a straight YMCA though.
Scott, how long are you married?
I've been married for 18 years. And
my God, it's time.
Well, we've been together for 21 years, 22 years.
Oh, it's time for either a 3-way or cheating.
Yeah, I agree, Ron. And you know what? I'm going to give you all the credit when I finally score. When I score.
Right. And then I could be named in your divorce.
I feel like it was all Ron's idea, Gretch. It was all Ron's idea. It wasn't my fault.
No.
I never even thought about it until Ron brought it up.
Scott,
you know something? I don't know any man, gay or straight, who has been with someone that long that hadn't cheated.
Well, you just met one.
Jimmy cheated. No, Jimmy was married 20. How many years to that guy?
26.
26 years to that guy, and he was cheating with me. So he cheated on that guy of 26 years.
But not in the first 15 though.
Well, 15. There's a lot from 15 to 26, honey bun. I mean, it's not a couple of weeks.
I was devoted to that guy for 15 years. No cheating.
So I told Jimmy, I said, should I go off the pot, either dump the other guy or forget about it, take a powder. I'm no backstreet guy. You're not going to
Ron's not a backstreet guy.
No way, what? You're going to sneak in my house, try to get me in a bedroom? That's bullshit. Get out of here. You got to be tortured by me.
Let me do it for like a month.
You got to be married to me so I can torture you every day.
Yeah, he's right about that. He does torture me every day.
Screw you.
All with love.
You know what?
We have to call our guest. Too.
I have a beef. All the movies I'm in, I'm playing a mobster, a gangster, or a mafia guy because they think I'm tough. Yes, I am tough, but in New York, I'm not tough. In New York, they call me a pussycat. Out in California, they call me tough because California people are so laid back that they're dead. They didn't know it. They died, but they lay back, and it's all like they smile and they love everybody. It's so bullshit. New York is real. We tell it like it is. We're active, we're tough, we're wild, we're funny. But we are New Yorkers, and there's nobody in the world like us.
I'm not.
No, you're from Florida.
I'm from Florida.
Another one that's from Sleepyville.
Yeah.
Me and Jimmy are from the same parts of town.
That's right. I was born in Miami. I grew up in West Palm Beach. I went to high school in Jacksonville College in Gainesville, and then I lived in Boca, Fort Lauderdale, and Hollywood.
And Palm Springs.
And now I'm in Palm Springs. And then I was in Pennsylvania.
I miss New York. I miss my people.
Scott.
I miss hearing the New York accent. I miss being around the energy and the fastness of everything and the shrewdness of everything. And
we're going to go this summer.
And everybody in New York has a wise-ass laughing personality where you crack up laughing. We're always wisecracking and saying crappy shit about each other.
Yeah, I hear people, when you do that, people think you're dissing them, like, because they don't get it, that it's a joke.
Yeah, and they think you're mean. Oh, how could you, like D, what I say about you, D, like I call you our show slut. You know, people... No, I'm only kidding. See, it's a joke. Many laugh, but a lot of people say, oh, he's disgusting how he talks to that beautiful little girl. It's a joke.
I don't mean to interrupt you there, Ron, but it looks like Jade is wanting to call. She's like trying to call us right now.
Hey, Jade, let's do it.
Don't answer it, and then you call her, and let's play the song so people know who she is.
Right
yes.
Right on. So we're going to play Catch Me, I'm Falling?
So we're going to play Catch Me, I'm Falling, you guys, from Pretty Poison. We're going to have Jade Starling on. How about when I say now, you guys play it and then call her, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, everybody, enjoy this fabulous song, Catch Me, I'm Falling by Pretty Poison. Hear it right now. That was a quick exit. Are we live?
You're live. You're live.
All right, everybody, that was Pretty Poison. Jade, say something. I'll do an intro. Let's just make sure everybody can hear you. Uh-oh.
How's everybody feeling today? You all ready? You all ready for this?
Absolutely,
hey,
I love it.
Do you have fired up?
Do we have what?
Do you have the new record fired up?
No, I don't have the new record fired up.
Sure, we'll email it to you, but I can play it.
You'll have to. Well, the problem is the reason why we play songs, and we'll introduce you in a second. The reason we play songs before you come on is because we're syndicated on Comcast and Dish Network, and we can't play songs during it. So we play the song ahead of time, and then we edit just the interview for television.
Sneaky we are.
Yeah, we're sneaky. So that way we still get to play it on YouTube and the radio, but not on the television show.
Now, what's sparkling? I sense a gold brassiere.
Oh, wait, we got to introduce her first.
Well, let's talk about the gold. Look at those knockers at the gold.
I know, she's fabulous, and she doesn't age a day.
Notorious woman.
Okay, hold on, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly talented and gorgeous Jade Starling. Hello, and welcome to the show.
Hello. How are you?
Very good. Let me introduce you. Thank you. Let me introduce you to everybody, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
How many of you out there own a gold brassiere like she does? Let's see your gold brassiere.
Nobody in the chat room. I mean, look how fabulous it is.
I think every woman should have a gold bra because it's kind of sexy. Wake your husbands up. Get a gold bra. And listen to her music. Her music gives you the right body rhythm, if you get what I mean.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, I love your music. Yes, I used to dance with it. Of course, I know your song.
So
I'm around. I've been around.
Ron is. Tell her how old you are.
I heard that about you.
Well, how old I am?
That you've been around.
That you've been around.
Yeah. That's no secret. That's no secret.
You've been around, babe.
Well, I'll be 79 in May.
What?
Yeah, 79 in May. Yeah, it's true. This is a wax. I'm a wax mummy ventriloquist. I'm really sitting next to me, controlling the mouth.
Yeah, right.
No, seriously, 79 in May, soon to be 80. So I've been around and I've danced to everybody's music, from the 1940s music till now, and I love music. But I got to admit, and Jimmy's going to say it's true, club is my favorite. So there you go.
He loves all that dance music. And
last week, wait a minute, we had CeCe Peniston on. Finally, I went out of my mind. I danced on YouTube. Go to Ron Russell on YouTube, and you'll see me dancing for like 4 minutes nonstop. Wild.
Hold on. We got to finish introducing you to everybody. First of all, our videographer, Scotty J. He's in Philly, so say hi to Scotty J.
Hey, Jade, long time no see.
My brother from another mother.
No see. That we moved from Philly to Palm Springs like a year ago. We were in Doylestown, but we were near Philly. And you're originally from Philly, right? But now you're in New Jersey.
No, I'm originally from New Jersey.
Your Wikipedia page is wrong. I went on your Wikipedia and it says you guys were a Philadelphia-based group. Wikipedia, you need to be beat.
Wikipedia sucks.
I know, you're right.
Actually, I'm also from New York. I have roots in New York as well. So it's like New York, New Jersey, but we're right here by Philly. So people say Philly. That's okay.
That's okay.
I love Philly. I love Philly too. I love all my people.
All right. Well, so then we also have in West Palm Beach in Wellington, Florida, we have our other engineer, Danielle. Say hi to Danielle.
Hey, Danielle.
Hello.
Darling.
Hello.
Oh, you sound sexy, girl.
Oh, she's very sexy. She's banging a cop that's not married. She's not married. And every week she's having wild sex with this cop. He handcuffs her. He puts guns in her mouth. I mean, really. She's such a tramp. You have no idea. Tell us, Dee. Tell her what a tramp you are.
I am a tramp. I have that scandalous side.
We love Dee. She's a sweetie pie. We just tease her. I have to get in there with this question because I'm dying.
Just one more, and then we have a chat room. Just say hi to everybody in the chat room. Every country is represented right now. Go say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, everybody. This is the Royal Wave. Hello.
And Dave
love you so much.
One of the guys in there is Dave Hughes, and he says he doesn't have a gold bra. No, you said everybody needs to have one.
but Dave, if Dave Hughes ever met her, he'd rip that gold bra off of her because he's a pig.
That's true. He is a pig. But that's okay.
Every beautiful girl we have on, he makes it dirty, suggestive conversation.
He wrote laughing my ass off, right?
Yeah. He's like our biggest fan. He's in Australia.
No, England, UK, the UK.
He's in the UK. The man needs to go to a shrink. He needs to be hospitalized because he's married and he doesn't care. And every gorgeous girl we have on, he comes out with these, how he wants them, how he's going to do this and that. Guy's got a problem. Meanwhile, what's with the sarcophagus? What's with the sarcophagus next to you? The coffin, the Egyptian coffin.
Sarcophagus?
Yes.
Is actually, I believe it stems from Las Vegas. It's original.
From what, the Egyptian?
Where, what do you say, dug up out of the desert. And it's actually a wine. If you look closer, it's a wine rack.
Oh my God, Ron would love that.
Yeah, well, there was
shiny.
There was a hotel in Las Vegas called the Egyptian. So I think they knocked it down.
Where it came from. No, it came from the name of that hotel.
All right.
It's pyramid. The pyramid one. That hotel, the one you're talking about, that's where it came from.
I love it.
The pyramid one, yes.
I love anything Egyptian. For my 80th birthday, Jimmy's taking me to Egypt. I've never been, and I want to go so badly because I feel I was an Egyptian in a past life. What were you in a past life? Straight?
No, I don't know what I was.
I don't think you were ever straight in any way.
I was never straight, no. Ron and I are married.
You two bicker like an old married couple.
We are an old married couple.
We got married in New York about 8-9 years ago, and we're married.
The Luxor. Excuse me, Luxor.
The Luxor. Okay, that's what it was. I couldn't think of the Egyptian was the movie theater on Hollywood Boulevard. The Luxor, that's what it was.
So everybody, in case you don't know who.
Speaking of Las Vegas, we will be appearing at Las Vegas at the Rio Convention Center on May 3rd and 4th for the 80s in the Desert concert.
Oh, who else is playing?
The groups that are on this.
How
Flock of Seagulls, Missing Persons, Patti Smythe from Scandal. So many. It's like crazy. And Pretty Poison. Yours truly, Starling.
So that's what I was going to
We're on this big show in Vegas, May 3rd and 4th. So to all my people out there, if you're heading to Vegas on the Cinco de Mayo weekend, come and see your girl. Maybe I'll wear the gold bra.
You should definitely wear the gold bra, or don't wear the gold bra. Don't wear anything. You'll get a better result.
Or maybe
Well, I'm in Arizona. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, filming in a movie.
Okay.
So I wish we could shoot. How far is Phoenix to Las Vegas? Not far.
I don't know.
How far do you think that is?
2 hours.
2 hours. You know what? We may show up if they're not shooting my scenes within that period of time.
It would be fun.
If you want to come, you guys, I'll put you on guest.
We will let you know.
First
of all,
you know.
I want to tell you. Hold on, because
what days am I shooting?
I don't know. Like, don't worry about it right now.
Well, I do because I love her music.
I know, but I have her contact information, so we're good. So listen. So first of all, first of all, anybody who doesn't know Jade Starling and Pretty Poison, they're like at the top of the freestyle like empire.
Absolutely.
They're one of the biggest. Had one of the biggest hits ever. They're fabulous. I'm really friends with a lot of the people, and we've had a lot of people on the show. But I'm from Florida, and I'm like best friends with Joya Bruno from Expose.
We love her,
and so we're really good friends. And on our show. And on our show,
she's one of my best friends too.
She's fabulous.
Love Joy.
We've had Karina on. Yeah. We've had Brenda K. Starr. We've had Taylor Dane. We've had Suave, Shannon, Stevie B, New Shoes.
All my good friends.
Everybody in the.
And we met TKA, and I'm doing a project right now with Tony Moran. So like basically, I looked up who were the biggest freestyle people, and you're at the top, and you with the people that we just mentioned, and the fact that like you look the same as you do like from the 80s and the early 90s. So like you have great genes.
You know, people don't dismantle like they used to years ago. My grandmother at this age was dressed in black with a bun and she was wrinkled. She was an old lady. Even men my age, they used to smoke guinea stinkers, the little guys, and they were all hunched over. They had urine stains in their pants. And that's what old age was. We don't get old anymore. There's no reason to age. We just die. We don't age. We just die. Don't you agree with that? I mean, you don't look more than 30 years old, and I know you
right?
are.
Once it stops looking good, we're done. Bye-bye.
I love that.
What'd she say?
She said once she stops looking good, forget it. Bye-bye. And you look the same. I watched a bunch of your videos from back in the day, and then I've watched some of your new videos. Yeah. You look the same. Your voice has almost gotten stronger and better, and it's hard to believe because it was so phenomenal from the beginning. And I also we have a mutual friend. Well, actually, she's my business partner, but she said she knew you and that she's interviewed you. Do you know Eileen Shapiro? She lives in New York, and she's a writer for like Get Out magazine and Huffington Post. Yes. We have a PR company. She's my partner, so she told me that you were fabulous.
She's my best and dearest New York friend, and I love and adore her. And she's got the biggest tits any woman could ever have, and they're real.
She really does.
And they're real. I mean, there's no gold. There's no gold bra no gold bra would ever fit her. They'd have to get 2 parachutes and tint them gold.
I love it. So let's talk. Let's talk a little bit now because I didn't even know.
I got to get to my stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
So what's it all about? A guy, a girl? What are you into? Who you married? You got kids? What's
She's
it
married.
all about? Let's hear it.
I love everyone.
No, but you don't want to discuss if you're married or not. A lot of performers don't. They feel if they are married, they lose their drama or whatever.
Their sex appeal. Lose their sex appeal.
So we're not going to go there with, do you have a lover?
I have several thousand lovers.
That was a good answer.
You know what that means? When they pull this bullshit, they mean that they're really hot and heavy into a lot of cute guys.
You got to love it. I think it's fabulous. So one thing too, though, because like I didn't know that you have a single traveling up the Billboard charts right now, and now it's a solo stuff.
Queen.
This is Jade Starling music now, not Pretty Poison, but Jade Starling, right? You have a single called "Fired Up." It's number 9 on the Billboard Club charts. I love it.
Number 9 with a bullet this week. Number 9.
Yeah, that's just congratulations, first of all.
Thank you for the bullet. We're trying to get to number 1, so please pray. Let's pray right now.
Okay.
No. If the song is good, listen, prayers don't do shit. If the song is good, it's gonna go. And this song is good. Is that the one I heard?
No, you haven't heard it yet.
Which is the one? I like the one I heard.
I know. Well, that was the hit. That was her number 1 hit from back in the day.
No. The other song.
You haven't heard it yet.
Didn't we just play when I sang? I sang the lyrics to a different song.
No, that's not it.
Was that her music?
That was her music, of course. Why would we play it if it wasn't hers?
Listen, the lyric was, I forgot what the
Catch Me, I'm Falling.
Yeah. I said to Jimmy, is that the old song, Catch Me, I'm Falling, Falling in Love, as a joke? And he said, no. And I know
no, it's not.
That's her old song or her new song?
No, Catch Me I'm Falling is a song that put her on the map as the queen of freestyle, badassest person ever. And it was in the movie Hiding Out with John Cryer, which is a great movie.
And it was a top 10 pop song. It went to number 8 on the Billboard Pop chart. Number 1 dance, Billboard Pop, number 8 pop, number 13 R&B. So this girl, I appeal to all.
Absolutely.
Creeds, colors, walks of life. I love everyone. My heart open for everyone.
I have to repeat myself. If the music's good, it goes. If the music stinks, it goes. And your music's good.
You know what? I redid the old Funky Green Dogs hit, Fired Up. You got me fired up.
Oh, I know
that. I redid that. They're living for that. It's giving them life.
Absolutely.
We're actually offering the Fired Up Challenge. What gets you fired up?
He does.
It could be anything. It could be something that makes you happy, over the moon, food you enjoy, sex, a lover, a new dress, something that pisses you off, just something that gets you so fired up. What gets you fired up?
I like it when he walks when he walks around with just a t-shirt and no underwear, because he's got a beautiful butt.
Ooh. So Ron's butt gets you fired up.
Yeah, Ron's butt gets me fired up.
I like it. Ron, what gets you fired up?
Money. A lot of money.
Your sister, you got that right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Millions of dollars worth of money.
He would love it. I love it.
My daughter's coming now. I just saw her through the window.
She's coming to get the Jeep. She's coming to get the car.
Oh, she's coming to borrow a car.
So everybody that has to be listen up. What gets you fired up? Chat room. Somebody give me some examples. What gets you fired up? The name of the new single, number 9 on Billboard Club charts, is Fired Up by Jade Starling. And you guys can follow Jade Starling on Twitter at Jade Starling, JadeStarling. And her website.
On Instagram. Come see all my lovely photos. Come to my Instagram.
Oh, I have to follow you on Instagram.
Follow me on Facebook too.
And then you guys can go to her website. It's jadestarling.com. And so let me ask you, is Fired Up a single all on its own, or was it on the album Captive that you released?
No, it's completely on its own. It's new. There's about 20 new mixes, and there is some circuit mixes. Oh my God, it's just going to blow your mind.
I love it.
It's going to blow your mind. I'm blown away by the remixes that have come back on this record. I never thought it was going to be this big of a hit. I just thought, we'll put it out there, see what they think. If they like it, that's great. If they don't, that's great too. It just took off. It was number 1 breakout on the Billboard chart. Then it came in at 35. Then it went to 27. Then it went to 17. And now it's at number 9.
There you go. And we're going all the way to number 1.
I believe so. Now, answer me a question. Listen, answer me a question honestly. And don't bullshit me. What do you think of music today as compared to music of back in time?
You know, it's so different now.
It stinks now.
Because a lot of the kids, they're using the same technology that you are. They're putting their stuff up on YouTube. And anyone can be a star. You can make a song from your bedroom, and you can be an overnight sensation and get millions of views. So, I mean, it's very different. I feel like when we were coming up, it was really about great songwriting, great performances in the studio, things that were heartfelt and very genuine that people could connect to, because there wasn't social media to promote yourself.
Yes.
Somebody had to hear your song and be so taken with it and emotionally invested into it to go buy your record. So I think nowadays it's easier to become a star, but just as easily to be a one-hit wonder and here today, gone tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I feel like the real stars, the real rock stars and music stars, they're the ones that their music passes the test of time, and they stay in the game 20 years, 30 years, beyond.
Absolutely.
You know? This is something that really surprises me, and it warms my heart so much. The fact that the fans have stayed so loyal for so many years. I mean, we're talking 30-year anniversary of Catch Me. It's unheard of.
And you still look 30.
Yeah.
Can still put records out and still go on tour and still have a fan base. It's just
fabulous.
amazing.
I have to say too, we have a friend. She's a big movie star in the horror world. Her name is Sadie Katz, and Dave Hughes in the chat room said Sadie Katz gets me fired up.
I tell you, the man.
I like it.
The man.
Me like me.
He has to take cold showers when he watches our show. Meanwhile, Sadie Katz is one of my dearest, most wonderful, loving friends, and she's a great actress. And I'm very disappointed because the movie that I'm doing, the second movie I'm doing, she's supposed to be in it, and now they took her out of that movie and they put her in another movie. So Sadie, if you're watching, honey, I'm not working with you.
If you're watching, though, Dave Hughes gets fired up, which is the new song by Jade Starling, Over You. So that's good. We're going to tell her that.
Listen, tell everyone, I'll tell them, if you want to get fired up, the single, there's about 20 different mixes of it. You could go to wherever you download music, iTunes, Beatport, wherever you stream music. It's there. It's all there for your musical pleasure.
Are you on Spotify?
I'm so excited for you. And I just happened to have I thought I was sitting on it, but I'm not. Maybe I am. Oh, I wanted to show you the cover. Are you ready?
Okay. Yes. Oh, look, we can see it really good. We can see it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, look, and she's in black vinyl. Look at how hot she looks. I love it.
I wonder if she has the gold brassiere on.
No, she's got all. He just had ice stuff yesterday, so he can't see it as well. Yeah, it looks fabulous. Look at the fired up lion. I love it.
Now another thing.
Yes, it's fabulous.
Now, are you making money on these things, or are people pirating you?
Say that again, love.
Are you making money on your music, or are people pirating you?
You know, I would probably say both. It's safe to say that people share music files and don't pay for music. It all started with Napster. Remember Napster? Everybody started sharing, and no one was making any money.
Yes.
So, luckily today, they found a way to be able to track streaming. So you get paid for streaming. So if people are listening, they're actually streaming your music, you're getting a royalty. It's not like when they go out and buy your CD and lay down, whatever it is, $12 or $10, I don't know, for a single. Every time you get played, it's a couple pennies. So the more you get played all around the world, you can definitely generate some money. Some of the big artists like Taylor Swift or somebody like that is making incredible royalties on streaming. But we're not doing so bad. It's starting to look a lot better since having new music out. It really pushes all the old stuff too. So it's pretty incredible.
We have a few major.
She knows all of them.
Well, I'm not going to say. Should I say the name?
Oh well. Cece Peniston was on our show last year, and Cece said she lost. She said she lost $1 million.
Totally. Yeah, but the one that's smart is our music. They robbed her.
On her music being pirated, and
listen,
she said she Googles it, and you can find a zillion other people who are selling her music under a name. She's putting a stop to all of it, where they'd say like Cece Peniston #1 or something, and they've got it uploaded on iTunes and like all over the place. And so she said she's been on top of it now, but that she lost a ton of money back in the day.
She wrote that song.
Yeah, she wrote
this
it.
is how you
Hang on.
you make the money from the songwriting royalties.
Yes,
So if
yes.
she wrote Show Me Love, did she write the song?
I know. She wrote Finally. I know she wrote
But listen to
Finally.
listen to the best part.
That's
They
big
used it
song.
in the movie.
She-
They used it in the movie Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and they never
Right.
paid her a penny.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
for nothing.
She needs a good lawyer.
Oh, she's got it. She's going after them. And I
She's
said,
got it
good
now.
for you. They did it without
You
her
know
permission,
what?
without her
I'll
rights.
tell you something interesting about that. Someone used our song in their movie last year, and it was a big movie. It was a huge movie that came out, and I don't want to mention the name, but we found out they used our song without permission. We went to the movie, we watched the movie, and sure enough, our song's in the fucking movie. Sorry, bleep.
No, you can curse all you want.
What?
I say
well-
fuck all the time.
Okay. So these motherfuckers used our song without permission. We got a lawyer, a very good lawyer. We got a plan together with our publishing company, and guess what? We got paid. The only thing we didn't get is a music credit, and we'll never have a music credit on their fucking movie at the end. There's no music credit. We got paid, but my name and my song,
Yes.
my partner,
Yes.
Way Cooler, our names don't appear at the end on the credits. And that just irks me. Even though we got paid,
Yes.
that pisses me off.
That's
And
what
see-
happened.
CC said the same thing on Queen of the Priscilla. Her song was not mentioned or credited. They called it
The finale,
The finale.
or something like
Instead
that.
of-
and
instead of
her
fi-
song.
What-
Instead of finally, they said finale. They changed the title from finally to finale. What's with these people in the business? Don't they have fucking brains or what?
That's crazy. She has a huge lawsuit if she.
Oh, she's gonna win because she's so right, 100% right. You know,
I
the other-
agree. I feel
the
bad
other-
for her. I do shows with her. I see her, from time to time. I see her.
well, she's wonderful. Now, Lily
Shit.
McLeod made a lot of money in the 80s. I love my Lily McLeod, if you remember her. And she got
No, she won't know her by Lily
she was
McLeod.
robbed of millions of dollars.
I don't know.
Be-
Nicole, I think it was Nicole McLeod, and she had a song called oh, now I forgot.
I forgot.
Oh, well. She had one big dig dance hit though, Nicole McLeod. I'll look it up
That
while
good?
Ron's talking. Yeah. We're old. We forget things. Oh, you look fabulous. Don't worry about it. You're almost. Look at her. Kiss yourself though.
Total-
Look at these.
Total
Look at
camp.
these.
I love it.
Oh my
Total-
God, gold bra.
Total camp. Anyway, so that's the crappy end of the business. So anybody out there that sings and thinks they're going to make fortunes of money, be shrewd. Watch what you sign and learn about it, your business end before you learn your lyrics to your song.
Don't You Want My Love was her song. Don't you
Okay, I do
want
know
my
that.
love? Don't you need my body?
Her name is Lily Arlene Nicole Jade.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, so she back then she went by Nicole McLeod, but then she was on X Factor, and I guess they didn't want her to know she had already had a hit, so they called her Lily McLeod.
Okay.
And they changed
Well, I'm
it.
glad she didn't use the name Jade. She had so many.
Yeah.
Choose from.
Well, don't get
She's
shocked.
fabulous.
Don't get shocked if somebody uses your name and takes your credit, because that's what they do in this world today. But Lily is a very close friend.
Well, you
of
know
mine.
what? They're not going to do that to us because we are so smart. I've learned to be so business savvy as far as my music is concerned and where it's getting placed. We work with a publishing company, and sometimes they're not even aware of what's going on. But Way Cooler, my partner in Pretty Poison, he produces all the music, he plays all the instruments. He knows he could hear a sample of our music if it was mixed real low.
Good.
He could hear a sample of our music and go after somebody and get paid. It's happened.
Oh no, I think one thing too though about you particularly as a vocalist is that you have a very distinguishable voice. You know, there's a lot of the bands back from the freestyle days where a lot of them all sounded alike, but nobody sounded like you. Like your voice stands out from everybody else. So you can automatically, you know, it's like Whitney Houston. You can tell it's Whitney Houston. You know, as soon as you hear it, and
that's quite a compliment for you to say Whitney Houston and my name in the same sentence.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you.
But you're.
I think because we're not really freestyle. We do, we're like, I would like to say we're multifaceted as a sound. You know, we do dance music. It's funky. It appeals to R&B. It appeals to freestyle. We've had pop hits. You know, we've had rock records. I mean, I think I'm more of a rock singer. I mean, I really think my voice is more of that type of sound.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Freestyle people connect to my music because of the beats that we use.
Actually, it's just you're right. It's really just a grouped in term because a lot of the people, like, I don't consider Taylor Dane freestyle, and they put her on the list, and I don't really. I don't.
On so many freestyle shows with Taylor. I've known Taylor for over 30 years. I mean, we're in touch. We text each other. I mean, I talk to her. She's actually not on the Freestyle Explosion this year, but she has been on that show for about a good 15, 16 years.
And I don't really, I don't consider her freestyle though. And I don't really consider Expose freestyle really either, but they're all on that same thing.
Yeah,
so
they're more like a pop girl group.
Yeah, pop group.
I think that the production on their record is freestyle. It comes from the original stuff came out of Miami. It's very freestyle.
I used to love that because I lived in Miami then.
Would you call yourself club at all?
Absolutely. I'm number 9 on the club chart on
because
Billboard
that's
this week.
to me your music is club.
Listen, I started in clubs. I started in gay clubs.
Yay!
When I was 16 years old, I was playing in gay clubs, underage, performing music, and that audience has followed me throughout my whole career. So
clubs in New York?
Think gay clubs, especially New York, Miami, Vegas. A lot of the underground stuff. We sort of started in the gay underground, like those kind of clubs, like Twist, out of Miami, just like that's where the heartbeat of the whole sound kind of came from.
Probably, I heard you in a club, and I don't remember.
It supported me for so many years. I appreciate the loyalty that comes from the gay community. I've done, my light just went off. Oh no. Hold on.
Did it blow?
Have a sublight. All right.
Okay.
No, you looks good.
You look beautiful. You're fine.
It's very Marlene Dietrich lighting, 1940s.
Marlene Dietrich?
The shaded lighting when they did the shaded look. It's very nice. It's very sexy. Look at it.
Love it.
I like that lighting. I wouldn't even put the other one back.
So,
no, it really is.
It
really is fabulous looking.
Did you see the outfit, darling?
Not all of it. You didn't open your dress for us. There you go. That's beautiful.
It's actually like a kimono.
There you go. I love it.
That's beautiful. I once had a sequin bra in one of the shows.
How's this light, darling? How's this light?
No, you look fabulous. You look fabulous.
Yeah, this light's regular. I like the other light better. It was so dramatic. It was really 1945 when the bulb blew out. It was 1945.
When the bulb blew out.
It was 1945 Warner Brothers. It was good.
For you.
Look at that. There you go. You gotta love it. So I was born in Miami, and I got out of college when the freestyle thing hit big, and I don't remember the names of the band, like Hansel and somebody, Hungry Like the Something song, and Diamond Girl, and all that kind of stuff. I used to go to the club. We used to go to the clubs and see everybody, Stacy Q, and all those people all the time, and it was so much fun. It was just like a different time, though. It was just a different time, and I'm so happy that you're still successful and you're still chasing and doing and putting out great music, and that you look phenomenal. And we want everybody to follow you. You guys, let's build up our social media. Follow at Jade Starling. I'm sure all your music, all your solo Jade Starling music, it's on Spotify.
Yes, Spotify.
I stream everything on Spotify.
Stream music.
Okay.
Like I always say.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, we just uploaded some new mixes last night. I'm so excited about these. We just got 3 circuit mixes. One is like a tribal, one is a dark tribal. There's 3 of them by George Alvarado from Miami.
Yep.
Oh my God. It's going to just blow you away. It's just so banging. So banging.
I love that.
Get on the floor, cause it's banging, bitch.
You gotta love it. So you guys follow Jade Starling on Twitter. Her website is jadestarling.com. Get her new single fired up. You can also
follow me on Instagram.
Follow her on Instagram. Is everything Jade Starling? Is everything just Jade Starling?
At Jade Starling, yes.
Okay, so follow her. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram too.
Pretty Poison information is all up on my website, jadestarling.com.
Okay, I love it. I think it's fabulous. So everybody follow her, support her. If you're going to be in the Las Vegas area May 4th and 5th, is that what you said?
3rd and 4th at the Rio.
Get your tickets, you guys, and you can see a lot of other great.
In the desert. You can come meet so many stars are going to be there, like movie stars, television stars, performing artists. It's going to be amazing. And then come November, we're doing something called 80s in the Sun in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And that is also a lot of 80s groups are going to be on that. They just added Sammy Hagar. Pretty Poison opening for Sammy Hagar. I'm living for that.
There you go.
They also have Expose. Who else is on that one? Do you know? Shannon, like some of the other freestyle acts. I think Company B is on it.
I know Company B. I did a video with them with Joya.
There's a lot of rock acts like Lita Ford, people like that, like heavy metal even. But then it's going to run the gamut, like freestyle, rock.
What a great mix,
it's
though.
So exciting.
What a great mix. We had Lita Ford on the show. She's a good friend of mine. She's fabulous. And I love the whole thing.
I wrote a song for her, and she had it on hold for almost a year. And I was going to give it to Joan Jett, and she wouldn't let me. She just kept this song on hold.
I don't think they get along.
And then didn't No, I don't know her personally. I just know she loved my song.
I love it.
It's called Come Undone. When I meet her, I'm going to say, bitch, you put my song on hold. I could have given it to Joan Jett and made a big hit. You money, motherfucker. I might have to bitch slap her.
All right, so we have to let you go. We want to thank you for coming on. We want to thank everybody for help setting this whole thing up. Say hi to Way. He's probably there. He can tell Way we said hello, and we wish you all the success. We're wanting Fired Up to go to #1, and we support everything you do. And thank you so much for coming on the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.
Thank you,
Watch
sweetie.
out for my video. My video is coming at the end of this week.
Way's at the studio now.
Way's at the studio now working on the video, so I'm so excited for you to see. Thank you for everything. You guys are wonderful. I love you.
Love you
Good.
too.
Love
Bye.
you back, baby. Bye-bye.
Send me your Fired Up challenges. Bye.
There we go. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yay, everybody. So that was Jade Starling. You guys originally knew her from Pretty Poison. Now she's a solo superstar. Fired Up is her new single. It's #9 on the Billboard Club charts. We had a blast. Hope you guys did too. Make sure to follow her on social media. Yay. All right. So now, you guys, we're going to do a quick commercial that you can hear the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell on W4CY Radio with the fabulously talented Scotty J and Danielle. I was going to see if they said anything, but they didn't.
How come I'm in reverse? My Flash Gordon is backwards.
On K4HD Radio in LA, Hit 1069 FM in New York, Jackalope Radio in St. Louis. We're also on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, Audio Boom, Podomatic, Spreaker, Apple TV, and Podbean. On television, we're on Vimeo, Roku, YouTube, Comcast On Demand, the Dish Network, and now we're going to be on TLB TV in Texas. Soon to also be branched out in Scotland and Canada. Wow, that was like a freaking like mouth word. So let's take a break and play like a song because I need a break.
All right, what song do you want to play?
PM Dawn, Set Adrift on Memory Bliss. You guys get it ready, and then when I say now, we can play it. Do you guys have it kind of queued up?
I'm ready.
Scotty J?
I'm ready.
All right, everybody, this is PM Dawn. We're working with them now at World Star PR. This is one of their previous hits, Set Adrift on Memory and Bliss. Enjoy it now.
Why isn't he on?
We're back, guys.
He
We're
will
good to
be.
go. I figured it out. I figured out the
Yay!
issues, so we're good. We're live. We're good. Everything looks beautiful.
He's one of our clients.
Who is?
PM Dawn.
I love his music. Why don't I know about him?
I don't know. When I played it for you, you didn't like it.
I love it. That background is fabulous.
Yeah, the background.
That's my kind of music.
It's got rap in it too, though, but it's mellow rap, though. It's mellow
I
rap.
love it. That dee da da. That's fabulous.
You gotta.
I want that in the car. Who is this guy?
PM Dawn. It's a group.
I'm not even.
And they're not coming on now.
Not right now, no.
Oh, when they come on, I got to tell them I love that song.
I'm not going to lie. I thought I played the wrong song.
Did you hear that song?
Wait, hang on. What did you say, D?
I said for a second I thought I played the wrong song, but my eyes played tricks on me. We were good to go.
Okay, good. I heard it. I could hear it. I don't know whose. I don't know whose thing I hear.
That song has got some background melody. Boy, is it beautiful! A beautiful song.
You gotta love it. So everybody, next week on Thursday, Ron and I are going to see. Did we already tell everybody that? We're going to see I Spit on Your Grave? Yeah, because you were talking about piss on your grave, or was that before the show?
I think that was before the show. That's why we never should do things before the show. No, I tell everybody, save it for the show, because then we don't know if we did it or we didn't do it.
Did we do it already, D?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so
on the air or in private?
No, you did it on the air because even Ron was like, well, if we said... What was the I
piss on your grave, it would get a better review or something. Okay, so we'll 86 that one. Then I had one other thing I was gonna say, but now I forgot.
Oh, bitch!
I am getting old. What are you gonna do? I can't
and I'm
help
getting
it.
younger.
Ron, so are you? You're a May baby. Are you towards the end of May or the beginning of May?
The end of about 4 days before the end.
May 28th.
May 28th.
Oh, mine's May 20th.
My sister's is May 26th.
See that we're all May babies. Our fathers were getting banged in those months. My mother got banged twice, once for me and once for my sister. That's what we used to say as kids.
She had sex
because
twice.
My old lady used to say, "I hate sex. It's disgusting."
What? Oh, no.
My mother was raised by a Victorian. My grandmother had my mother at 46 years old, and my mother was born 1910, and she was raised by a Victorian woman who taught her, it's filthy, it's dirty, and he'll abuse you, but just lay there and let him do it, because that's what men are all about.
Yeah, that was the day and age back in those days.
That's true.
Of course, you don't feel that way.
No.
I don't feel that way either.
Gee, tell us how you really feel.
No.
You gotta go with it.
If she told us how she really feels, we'd be kicked off the air.
I would be fine.
iHeart would have a fucking nervous breakdown.
Jake would be like, no more, you're not doing the Jimmy Star show, no more, we're not having this crap.
iHeart keeps sending Dean letters about the word. I'm only allowed to use fuck, I think, 3 times, and I always use it too many times. But it's funny. It's. I don't like being told how to speak or what to do. I think the world is so full of boycotts. It's disgusting.
That's what I tell Grandma when she gets mad about my mouth. She's like, it's not very ladylike. I was like, okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Just tell you're not a lady. You're a tramp. That'll sort of.
Yeah.
Could you see your grandmother's face? Photograph it.
I'll videotape it. And she goes, Danielle, that's not very ladylike. I'm just going to turn around and snap my head and be like, well, Mima, not a lady, I'm a tramp. And just my hair and walk out the room.
So you guys, real quick, because in a second we're going to call our guest. Follow all of us on social media. I'm Dr. Jimmy Star, DRJIMMYSTR, on Twitter and Instagram. Ron's at Ron Russell Show. Scott's at Rock Titan TV. And D is, what are you, D?
Simply_D, that's DEE 20, and that's Instagram.
You need to make that shit easier. Like nobody remembers that. You need to be like D at W4CY or D, or I don't know, or D Tramp or something.
No,
so we can make it easy.
No, make it this one. Listen, D for Dick. and nobody will ever forget that. D's for Dick.
I will come up with a better Instagram handle.
Wait,
remember it.
Where are you a doctor? That you keep saying you're Dr. Jimmy Star.
I went to college. I have a fucking doctorate.
In what?
In social sciences, I think it is.
He's so full of shit.
I am not.
I'm a doctor too.
Anyway, it doesn't make any difference.
I'm a doctor of pepper.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper. Anyway, we gotta call our guest. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a song. The name of the song is Belief, and it's the music video for Rob Palladino, the first music video he released off his new album Spirit Trail. And you guys have the video keyed up so we can call him?
Yep, got it all ready to rock and roll.
And you got it too, D?
Yes, I do.
So on Enjoy, we'll hit start. How's that?
Works for
that
me.
Work? All right, everybody, here's Rob Palladino. We're getting ready to call him. This is his new music video, Belief. Enjoy.
All right, we're live, guys. I just switched this live. We're good.
You gotta love it, everybody. That was Belief by Rob Palladino, who we have on the line now. We want to make sure we can hear him, and then we'll make a formal introduction. But go ahead, Rob, say something to make sure we can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
That was a biggie.
I loved it. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly talented singer-songwriter Rob Palladino. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me on. How are you guys doing? You good?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me introduce you to everybody, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hi,
yes,
Ron.
we spoke before we went on the air, and I think you're going to be a friend. I have a feeling that you're going to be a friend.
Excellent.
Not just a guest. Meanwhile, your music, I only heard, we don't get all of it, but the 2 seconds I heard, it's my music. It's my music. Oh, I know your music.
I feel like someone that can make an immediate decision.
No, yeah. I don't know why, but these morons that run our show, excuse me, Dee and Scott, but they don't know how to put the music that we can hear it. We hear it in pieces. I heard about 3 sections of your music. So the reason
we can't hear it, though, is because we have to talk to him.
Yeah, well, we don't need to talk to him. We're going to do it in the interview.
No, you need to talk to make sure the sound works and make sure everything's working. What do you think?
Well, you got to play the music before we go on the air.
Well, you should listen to it. I put out press releases with all the information.
But wait a minute. That's true. Because listen, I have a reputation. I do not lie. If I don't like your music, I just smile. If I love your music, I love it. No, I will not just lie on this show.
Don't smile then.
No. I can tell I'm going to like your music.
So let me finish our introduction. So go ahead and say hi to Danielle and Scott. They're both behind the scenes, but say hi to Danielle and Scott.
Hello, Danielle and Scott.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Palladino.
How are you?
Awesome.
There you go. Then we have a chat room, and say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, chat room.
There you go.
Say hello back.
Okay, they're saying it.
They do.
And then we have to do a special shout out. I don't think Eileen's listening because she had to do something. So when she hears the playbacks, let's give a nice shout out and a hello to Eileen Shapiro.
Oh, Eileen. Mwah.
There you go.
I mean, everybody just kisses those tits. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, I've not done that.
Oh, you will.
I will not, sir. I will not.
You can't help it. If she turns quickly, they smack you in the face. So you have to learn.
So do mine, except no one wants to see them.
Wait, when Eileen turns, I duck. I've learned. Otherwise, a nipple in your eye could blind you for a month. Listen, Palladino, Roberto Palladino, you're Italian.
Yeah,
Uncle
my father was Italian. He was from the south of Italy.
That's because you're handsome.
In Naples.
You got those beautiful guinea eyes. Look, he's got eyes like mine, Italian. I'm 100%. Now, you're not 100% Italian or half and half?
No. My father was, he was from a little dot on the map called Vairano Patanora, which is just north of Naples. So, he's quite far south. But he was from there. He was captured in 1942 in World War II.
So what is your mom then?
Yeah, she's English?
Yeah, my mom was English. She passed away a few years back. Yeah, she was from the East End of London, which is where I'm from. Some people are really proud of being from the East End. I'm sort of like, yeah, it's all right.
You're crazy because it's the most colourful part of England, of London.
It's certainly bloody colourful.
Oh, I've been in London a million times, and I hate to go where all the tourists are, around all that bullshit that they show you. I
like the tourist shit.
No, I walk in the street. No, I go in the streets with the people, the real people. I go in the stores. I mean, I bought a tea ball in one of these old, to put tea in. You can't find them in America. The metal tea ball.
Yeah.
And I found it I was with my friend James Jessup, who lives there, and he took me to this quaint, I don't know where the fuck we were, but the buildings were crooked, and it was like something from the Pilgrim era. It was wonderful. And when people spoke, I said to James, please tell me what they said. They spoke. No, they didn't speak English. I know what the hell it was. Scotch, English. I mean, but what an accent. It wasn't even Cockney. It was more like cock in my mouth knee. I mean, really, it was. You couldn't understand anything. Where is that part of London? The oldest part. It's all sweaty looking and grey and not interesting.
It's East London. It's the north side of the Thames rather than the south side. So it's nowhere near the West End of London. It's nowhere near the flash stuff.
No, they even had urinals in the street still.
He hasn't been in a long time ago. Yeah, he hasn't been there in a while.
That was a while.
When were you there?
The first time I was in, the first time I was in London was in 1959. And they had urinals in the street that you walk up the board and you go.
He wasn't born yet, so he doesn't know.
Well, I mean, they still have. I mean, in some places you still see where you can put. I think it's actually you got to put a pound coin in there to go and have a piss now. So I think there's
this was just a fence, a wooden fence, and you went around the wooden fence, and it was a big long porcelain urinal, and 4 or 5 guys could line up next to each other. They chat and they pee. It was interesting. If they ever did that in Palm Springs, it would be outlawed.
And to be honest, I wouldn't blame them.
That would be packed with 35, 40 gay guys behind that wooden fence.
I love it. Actually, I like Piccadilly Circus. There's like a wax museum there. I used to be a huge
Tussauds.
I don't even know what it was, but they had all the boy bands were in there. And Britain has the best boy bands that I've ever. Back when I was young, I loved all the boy bands. And now I'm watching a show. I forgot what it's called. I watch them on YouTube. It's like the 100 or something. Have you seen it? Where there's 100 judges and it's a singing competition and you go and sing.
Christ, yes. Yeah.
I love that show.
I have seen parts of it.
I watched it last night. It was hilarious. They have
is that with Jerry Halliwell?
Yeah, with Jerry Halliwell.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I've seen parts of it.
I loved it. They have 100 judges, and each one is someone who works as a musician in London, in England somehow. But there's drag queens and impersonators. It's not just famous people, really famous ones. Yeah. And then you go and sing, and how you try to get all 100 people to stand up and sing with you. And if they do, you win, and you win $50,000. It's cool. Anyway, it was a cool concept. I hope they do it in America. I think it would be fun. Do you watch any of those reality shows? Because you're a real musician, and reality shows are really just people singing.
I stay as far away from as I possibly fucking can. The first time I ever saw a reality show, because I used to live in the US. I lived in Austin.
Texas. That's a great. That's like the music capital.
That's a great music.
Yeah. I've been to South by Southwest a few times, and I was in a few bands down that end when I was playing drums. But the first thing I think I ever saw was that woman who had 8 children or something.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Octomum, wasn't it?
Yeah, Octomom or something. Yeah.
Hell. And I was like, no, this can't be the future. This is not right. And it's just grown from there. Then it was Jersey. Was it Jersey Shore?
Yeah, terrible show.
Fucking hell. If you watch that, you'll end up swinging from a fucking light fitting.
Now we have one called My 600-Pound Life, about people who weigh 600 pounds or more and how they're trying to lose weight. And we have another one called Swamp People, about the people who live in the swamps going and catching alligators. I mean, we have the most retarded television in the world.
Stop. Do not go any further. Jimmy watches a show where they burst pus pimples.
Oh, I like that one. Dr. Pimple Popper, where they like have these big grown things and they ooze all the stuff out. I like that one.
Thank God I've never seen that.
I've never seen it.
He won't let me watch it. I have to watch it.
It has got to be the most demented shit I've ever seen. What happened to talent?
Yeah, like the 600-Pound Life. It's like people who like have to shit in the toilet, in the tub,
in the bathtub.
It's terrible.
I think that as you say, Ron, it's a good question. What's happened to the talent? I wish I knew.
That's why
it's instant fame now. You were talking to Jade before, and it's just a quick fix. Everything's quick now.
Absolutely.
You could. I mean, if you wanted to, you really wanted to, you could trace it back to MTV. But it's so much worse. I mean, even MTV doesn't have music on it anymore, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know. That's stupid MTV, and they don't even play any music. It's retarded.
No, exactly. But it's...
Not to blow our horn, because I don't care for that, but we are the #1 media show in the world. Web television show in the world. When Jimmy told me that, I said, you've got to be kidding. The shitty little show that we do, that stupid nonsense that I say, and we're the #1, I said, I guess people don't have taste anymore. If this was 30 years ago, I wouldn't have made 7 minutes on a show. They'd have kicked my ass right off. So I think that people are far more tolerant today of stuff. They certainly are of music, because the music that is made today, and I don't mean your music, I mean the other music, is now... Talking in a song is not singing. Rap to me is stupid. I don't care for rap at all.
It's never floated my boat, to be fair.
It's not music. I want to be able
to. For me.
No, I mean, and and he's the #1 rapper. He's made $35-40 million, and he said, "Get me, bitch. I'm gonna cut you, woman. I'm gonna beat you, woman. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna get you. What the hell is that? That's singing? That's mumbling like you're stoned. You just shot up some heroin, and now you're on a roll.
So
there's no accounting for taste.
I actually because I like reality show. Like, I love The Voice. I only really watch it though for the blind auditions, and I love the X Factor, but I only really like the auditions. I don't like the rest of it. But I watch like everything that happens, and I watch it in Australia and the UK and the United States, because I only watch it on YouTube because I think it's fun to watch. And I think they do have some people who have some talent, but the really talented ones don't ever make it all the way through, because the really talented ones who play instruments, don't sing as good or whatever it is, so they don't take the whole package into consideration. But you, as a singer-songwriter, which we should tell everybody, so your debut album, Spirit Trail, now available worldwide, 7 songs. King
is.
Death, Belief, You Walked Away, If I Could, Let the Rain Fall.
It's glaring.
There you go.
It's glaring.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No,
No, that's the color of the thing. It's supposed to be like that.
That's the whole album?
Yeah, that's the coloring of the album. Stage Fright and Spirit Trail, produced with you and produced by Essex musician Rob Jones. We'll give Rob a shout out. Hey, what's up, Rob? So tell me,
a good man.
Tell me a little bit. Who are some of your influences? Because I wrote this down. I don't know where I read this, but it says talking about Spirit Trail.
Yep.
It's a glorious mashup of your main influences from both heavy and progressive rock genres, laced with a dash of spiky pop punk, alongside quieter and subtler, even operatic moments. So who are some of your influences? Who are some of the people who have influenced you in your career?
Well, I mean, these guys. Always love these guys. Motorhead, big favourite.
Motorhead. I met Lemmy one time. It was awesome.
Yeah. He's nice. He was a lovely guy. He was a really nice man. I met him a couple of times myself. He was just a nice bloke. I think the main influence in my musically has been Rush. I thought they were absolutely just a magnificent band.
I never heard anybody say that. Geddy Lee, that's like 2112 was my favorite.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great record. Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah. Moving Pictures. I could pick songs out of each album that they've ever done. I mean, I've got every fucking record that they ever did.
Was Tom Sawyer a Rush song?
It was indeed.
Oh yeah, I fucking love that song. Okay,
That's
now I got it.
Yes,
yeah, Tom Sawyer's a good one.
They were hugely inventive, but I think that they were the sort of band you either loved or you hated. There was never any middle ground with those guys. People either said Rush, or they thought they were the greatest thing since medicated toilet paper. So yeah.
Do you guys have medicated toilet paper? We don't have that, do we?
No idea. I've never used it. It just sounds great to say it.
I don't know. We have everything here, so they must have it somewhere. Somebody
medicated toilet paper. Maybe when you're in the hospital, or if you have.
I remember songs like Doris Day's "My Dream Is Yours."
Mm-hmm.
he's doing
I was singing something from Annie Get Your Gun earlier on. I was humming it to myself, and I can't remember which particular tune it was.
Doris Day song?
No, yeah. From Annie Get Your Gun.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
The Deadwood Stage.
Right, the Deadwood Stage is coming on over the hill. I'm not a singer.
I love it. Whip crack away, whip crack away, whip crack away.
Whip crack away.
There you go.
You see,
there you go.
The point I'm making is I have been around many generations of music, from Guy Lombardo, God forbid, and because I couldn't stomach, my mother loved him, but I didn't like all of them. But from the great jazz players of the 1940s, the great singers of the 1940s, then we went into rock and roll of the 50s, then in the 60s we went into major hard rock. So the music has just been going on and on and on and on and on and on. I wish it would go back a little. About 20 years back.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't argue with you, because there's an awful lot of shit around, and I'm
about it. Not on
it's terrible to think to sort of be judgmental with people, because I know what it's like to make an album. I know how hard it is, but how come? Question. How does it take 15 fucking people to write a Taylor Swift song? Does any Brown here know that? Or not necessarily Taylor Swift, but other people. It's 15 fucking songwriters.
Sweetheart, Babyface, listen to this. I don't know if Jimmy's going to tell the story.
I'll tell it.
Are you going to tell this? Listen to this one.
Okay, so
hang on to your balls. You're going to listen to this one.
So I worked behind the scenes a little bit with Tito Jackson. He had a song called "Get It, Baby." And it was a mild hit, and everything. But anyway, the song does not say anything but "Get It, Baby." It says it like 8,000 times. "Get it, baby," and it had, I forgot, it's either 6 or 8 writers getting credited for writing, and it literally doesn't say anything but "Get It, baby."
Get it, baby. And 8 guys. Baby. It took 8 guys to write.
8 people to write "Get It, Baby." I mean, it's like the most ridiculous thing.
Was he one stupid performer?
Exactly.
They were robbing him blind. They didn't even know it.
That's another thing.
We talked about that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was listening to that as well. I was listening to the first half of the show, watching it.
Have you been robbed of music?
That's an interesting point. I don't fucking know. I've been in the business so fucking long.
You wouldn't know.
I'm not actually sure. I'm
not actually sure.
I've been involved with a few dodgy fucking management people before, but who knows? Who knows what they got away with?
Does England have the same system where you buy music and they can't rob it? How do they do that? For points or something, she said?
No. Oh, no, she's talking about streaming. She was talking about streaming.
Yeah, so can they still
It's the same. It's the same everywhere.
So in England, you could still... So in other words, your record's going to make money. And they're not going to rob you.
Well, I sincerely bloody hope not. But you never can... I mean, the thing is now, is especially things with Spotify, iTunes... TuneCore and things, things like that. You're putting the money, you're pumping the money in, and you hope that you see a return. Now, I was a drummer for 30 odd years. I was always the guy in black at the back. I was just collecting money, not having to deal with royalties or anything like this. And I'm like, I'm in a whole new fucking ballpark now. It's something that I'm having to learn as I go along. But I'm at a really sort of bottom end of it at the moment. I'm not having to deal with shit like that, but it's something that it's constantly in the back of your mind, because you sort of say to people, well, yeah, go and stream me on Spotify, I'll get paid for that stuff. But you're not actually 100% sure how much or what you're going to get, because it's such a grey area. Money is a grey area, and it really shouldn't be, because you own the fucking music, you wrote it, and yet someone else has first dibs on it, to use a phrase. Someone else has their hands on it before you can, and you wrote the fucking thing. But it's not unusual. It's been going on for years. It's now just a different way of ripping you off.
Right.
I agree. I think you made the most sense out of that question. Most people answer differently, but I'm trying to think of the singer who I love to death. She's, the gypsy. She's saying gypsy. She was with Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks said, "I no longer record because I don't get money." She said, "They robbed me blind." She said, "So I do live shows now." Do you want to do live shows rather than record?
Well, I mean, there are songs that, I'm sort of, I'd say about a third of the way through writing another set of songs for another album. I'd like to record one more, but putting together a band is, these days, it's not as easy as it used to be. Obviously, musicians like to get paid. They like to eat. That's fine. I understand that. But musicians, especially over here, I'm not sure whether it was like that over in the States or not, but over here they were like cheap and plentiful at one point, and they would do anything to get into a band. Now, not so much. So
it's not like that here either. They want to get paid here, and it's very difficult. And
they want mega bucks.
Unless you're fucking signing a contract with a major artist, you're not going to get mega bucks.
Right.
You're not going to get mega bucks off me, because I don't fucking have it. If you believe in the music, there could be a reward at the other end. But if you're not willing to put that in, I understand that completely. But
one thing that's interesting about you is the fact that you were a drummer in other bands for 30 years, and you didn't actually release anything that's solo that you wrote, you put together, you recorded until recently. So he's always been in the background of somebody else's band, and now he's stepped out in front. And so this is all new for him, because this is his first record that he's released that's actually his, because he was always on everybody else's record where he just got paid.
That's like what Scott's doing. Pink Floyd.
No, he's not. He's got a show. It's different.
No, I know that, but he's only a a saxophone player, and now he's on his own doing a whole new thing.
Yeah, but it's not a band. It's a
big production.
Yeah,
I'm saying he stepped out of the back. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Scott Page from Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
he's a friend of ours. Yeah. And Scott,
I've seen him around.
Yeah, and Scott stepped out of the back of the band, and he's now doing a big to-do.
Actually, he's got a super band.
Yeah, I know, but the thing I'm talking about outside of music, the Think Experience, I cannot wait to go.
We're going soon.
It's going to be a fucking phenomenal trip.
So for you, though, it is different. The whole thing is different because you've come from the background where you didn't have to pay anything. You showed up, did your job, and got paid. So now you have to you have to do everything on your own because you're in charge of everything yourself.
It's a whole different way of thinking.
Absolutely.
And so it's at my age, it's like fucking hell.
I love the way he says that. Fucking hell.
That's a New York thing. I don't believe it's English, because I've been saying that since I was 7. Fucking A.
No, he said fucking hell.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds like fucking A. That's a New York thing. Hey, fucking A. What are you talking about?
I love the way you say that fucking hell.
Fucking A. That's New York.
So let's go back, everybody. So everybody listen up. Rob, first of all, you can find...
Well, I got to find out some dirt about this guy.
You can follow Rob Palladino on Twitter. It's at @RPalladino Music, RPALLADINO Music. He's on Facebook page is Rob Palladino Music, so you can like his Facebook page. Excuse me. His debut album is called Spirit Trail. We played the music video Belief that you can see. There's 6 other songs on it. King Death, You Walked Away, If I Could, Let the Rain Fall, Stage Fright, and Spirit Trail, which is the title track. And it's a phenomenal indie record. Remember, it's indie, so if you like the music, buy it, because indie people only support themselves if you actually support them. Mm-hmm. And what kind of dirt do you want to ask?
I want to know, are you married?
I've been married twice, but I am currently with a wonderful lady.
So are you going to marry or just use her?
Use her. Oh my God.
Well,
no, we're just together. No, you're not using. Well, maybe you're using each other. Who knows? But I don't think so.
Well, wait a minute. I bet if she was in that room, she would have agreed with me. She would have said, "Ron's right. Marry me."
Don't let her watch this.
Marry me.
I think she already is.
Oh.
Hello, dearest.
Hi, dearest.
So, you have any kids?
I've got one somewhere.
A daughter or a son?
Son.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'd be 22 now, I think.
So, how old are you? You're an old goat. You look good.
Yeah, I'm 55.
Oh, yeah.
I just turned 55.
Oh, you're a kid.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm going to be 55 this year, too, so we're the same age.
And you're a kid.
What is that?
It says me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. I like that. So you're still a kid compared to me. 55. I wish I was. I'd be a baby. You got a lot of years ahead of you, my friend. Plan it right. Watch out for the foxes and the wolves. There's plenty out there.
Oh God, don't I know it? Yeah.
Our business. Everybody wants to be in our business today, no matter who you talk to. And I tell them, if I had a brain, I'm in it 58 years in this business, TV, film, and bullshit. And if I had it to do over again, I would have been a doctor or a lawyer. This way I could live rich and not do anything.
The thing is that, I mean, as I said, I've been a drummer for 30 odd years, but it's always to me, but ultimately it's about the music and the creation of it and the writing of it and the seeing it through to the end. That's why I am proud of this album, because, you know, I've finally got something that's got my name on it and not someone else's.
Absolutely. I love that.
I've worked fucking hard. It's been a hell of a journey, and it's only just beginning.
I'll tell you what, in 6 months, you come back on our show and you tell us where it went. Now everybody wants to know. And I bet it's going to go up, and it's going to sell. Because you know what? You know why? You want to know? And this is no smoke up ass, because I don't do that shit.
Okay. I
could tell already your personality. You're a Joe. You know what a Joe is? A Joe is a guy that you know, a good guy, a Joe. And I feel that people that write music, their personalities show in the music. It's totally the truth. You know, you can hear cold, synthetic, evil people in their music, and you can hear a good heart. And I think in your music, they're going to get your personality, and that's why people are going to buy it. Because in our business, it's all about personality, not so much talent, but personality.
Yeah, if you can mix the two, that's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Then you got a hit. But you're a nice Joe. I like you a lot. If ever you come to the, don't call me sir. I'll beat the shit out of you.
Sorry, dear.
Just call me.
He said, "Sorry, dear."
Okay. Dear is good. Ron is better. Sir is somebody that's old, like my father.
He doesn't like to be old.
I was called once Mr. Russell by somebody. I said, "Who are you talking about?" They said, "You." They said, "You aren't you Mr. Russell?" I said, "No, that's my stage name. But don't ever call me Mr.
Well, that's my father.
Don't ever call me Mr. Russell again."
I don't think I've ever been called sir in my life, actually.
Oh, wait another couple of years.
I might have been.
Wait.
Hello, sir.
I was walking the dog past a park, and kids were playing ball, and the ball came on the sidewalk, and I grabbed the ball, and I threw the ball, and the kid yelled out, "Thank you very much, sir," and I said, "Fuck you!" And the kids all turned around. They didn't know what they did wrong. They just looked at each other. "Thank you, sir." Oh, like over here,
if you'd have said that to someone over here, kids at our age, they'd have probably fucking stabbed you.
Right.
Well, not that we got a knife crime problem or anything. No. Jesus. Fucking hell. Yeah, we got a few problems here. Yeah.
See, now, if you didn't have a lady, I'd say go with Eileen, because Eileen's looking for a rock star boyfriend. She told me she wants a guy has a rock band. But you have a girlfriend already. You know any other guys laying around that like big tits and they want to meet Eileen?
No.
She's coming over there to see Adam Ant at the end of the year.
I don't know why she doesn't give up on him.
She loves.
I mean, when I met her, she couldn't stop talking about him.
She is so.
Adam Ant and Billy Idol. She loves Adam Ant and Billy Idol.
Yeah, but Adam Ant's the one for her.
There you go.
Billy Idol, yeah, but Adam Ant's a dream man. She's a good person, Eileen. I love her a lot. She's kind, she's good-hearted, and she's very honest. She's real New York. She tells it like it is. She doesn't bullshit people.
Actually, we have B. Claudie in Germany, who's one of the coolest ladies on planet Earth. Which say hi to B. Say hi to B. Claudie.
Hi, B.
She does a lot of stuff in radio and stuff, and she said she loved the lyrics of the song that we played, and that she's going to send it to the radio people and see if they'll play it.
Well, thank you.
She's the coolest person on the planet. She really is. Like, I love her to death. She's at B.
Thank
Claudie.
you very much. That's a wonderful thing.
I forgot. I think she's at B. Claudie 59 on Twitter.
Why don't you friend her on Facebook or
you
Twitter?
Should find her on Twitter and Facebook. I'll introduce you on Twitter to introduce you.
She's really
do it, yeah. Because I've got a lousy memory. I haven't got a pen, so I can't write the fucking thing down either.
No, if she likes you, and you're her friend, she's as cooperative and helpful as any good friend should be. And we're good to be also. We
love her.
Jimmy does a lot for B, a lot of stuff.
We think B's the greatest person on the planet.
And she does a lot of stuff for me. She just did that beautiful thing on Facebook.
Yeah, it's
that
beautiful.
Thing on Facebook with me and my best friend Jane Russell. What a nice thing to put Janie and I on that. You know who Jane Russell is? No.
Well, they're the actress.
The movie star. Yeah, that's who he's talking about.
Oh, really?
That was his best friend.
Yeah, my friend for years. We hung out. We were like brother and sister. And
really?
she put a beautiful picture of us going to a red carpet event. Mm-hmm. Jane in a gown and me in my white tuxedo. It's a beautiful picture. I'm so happy.
So do you watch horror movies?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, my mother actually, she kind of brought me up in a bit of backstory. There was... on ITV, which is
TV.
Yeah, there used to be something on a Monday night when I was a kid called the Monday Night Horror Film, or the Monday Night Horror. They used to have Hammer films on there and all sorts of stuff like that. And so I was brought up on horror films. I love horror films.
That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing. Ron's getting ready. Just finished one. He's getting ready to do another one. But one of my favorite movies.
Two more.
One of my favorite horror movies is a British film called Attack the Block. Did you see Attack the Block?
Yes.
That shit was hilarious. It was awesome.
It was really funny. Yeah. It was very funny. Got Stephen Frost in it, hadn't it?
Yes.
Stephen Frost is the drug dealer.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to plug my movie.
No, you're not allowed to plug the movie.
I can plug Circus. I can plug
okay.
One. I have two I can't plug yet. Don't ask me why. They're stupid, but that's what they said. They sent me a thing. Do not mention, talk about. Oh, well, fuck yourself. Anyway, it's called Circus Road, and I play Minister McFadden, a preacher who is not really a preacher, who makes believe he marries people just to get their money. Now, not to get caught and go to jail, he tells them, when you leave Las Vegas, take Circus Road, because on Circus Road there are killer clowns. Does that sound like a Gone with the Wind script?
Right.
No, but Attack the Block is really good.
One of my favorite.
By the way, the movie I just told you about is a comedy, so that's why it's a spoof on.
So wait, because we have 5 minutes. What's your favorite horror movie? Do you have a favorite?
Oh yeah, well, there's loads, but I think I have to go with Hellraiser.
Oh my God, I'm really good friends with Doug Bradley, who plays Pinhead. Actually, I'm friends with Doug Bradley, Simon Bansford, Nicholas Vince, and Barbie Wilde. They're all the Cenobites.
The Cenobites, yeah. The team. Yeah,
they've all been on the show a bunch of times, and I have like Hellraiser dolls, and I have Hellraiser like all kinds of stuff, because I used to be a celebrity clothing designer, and when I first started the show, I would go to conventions where they sign the autographs and take tons of clothes and invite them to come see the clothes, and if they let me take pictures, and that's how I became friends with all of them. I gave away tons of stuff.
Now we must say something. See my shirt?
Yeah, I made that one too.
He made this especially for me because I love Flash Gordon. See that? This is a Jimmy Starr shirt.
It's great.
Isn't it beautiful?
But I love that you love Hellraiser. I love The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys is like my favorite, but I love all the Hellraiser movies, and I love all the torture porn like Saw and Hostel and stuff like that.
What was that film called, Terrifier? Have you seen Terrifier?
No, I haven't seen Terrifier, but I heard it's
so speaking of killer clowns, it's got a character in it called Art the Clown, and it's absolutely fucking brutal. If you like torture porn,
Yeah,
although
I
this
love
has got a
torture
bit more of a story, but it's absolutely brutal. Absolutely
have to
brutal.
watch
You'd
it.
love it. You've got to watch it. If you don't watch it soon, I'll be disappointed.
I will watch it.
Don't disappoint me.
How do you like this for typecasting? Here I am, gay, right? A gay man, and I'm typecasted in one movie as a mob boss, another movie as a gangster, another movie as a mafioso. Why is it if you're Italian, and my name is Russell, that's not my real name, it's my stage name, so they don't even know my real name. But why is it we look Italian, like you could play a mobster too? What is it about us that makes us look like mobsters? You could be a big-time killer gangster, you know that. Make a mean face, do mean. No, don't laugh, that's cute. Do mean. Like you're going to shoot me.
I don't know if I play. If you know, I can't do mean. I'm not an actor. But if I was, I'd make you an offer you couldn't understand, and that's about as good as I get.
Anyway, I mean, because what is it with the Italian face that they associate? I mean, you look 100% Italian, baby. You got the map of Italy on that kisser. No, you're Italian. Totally. Those eyes. Napolitan. See my eyes? Your eyes are the same. Our eyebrows are the same. Those are Napolitan eyes. Yep. Look, we do this and I do this. We look alike. Look, don't we look alike? See? Napolitan eyes.
All right, so everybody, because we got 2 minutes left, we want everybody to please follow Rob Palladino on Twitter. It's at @RPalladinoMusic, RPalladinoMusic. On Facebook, like his page, it's Rob Palladino, Facebook.com/Rob Palladino Music. His debut album is called Spirit Trail. It's a phenomenal album. He's an indie artist. Let's support indie artists. Get your copy today or digitally stream it on all the download sites. You can get it anywhere music is sold. Digital music is sold.
Thank you, my friend, and I'm calling you my friend. I hope that we meet one day so we could really.
I'm sure we will. If
you're in the States, let us know, and when we're in England or London, we'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have got my contact information. Do it. Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll destroy a couple of taverns.
If they don't destroy us first.
Yeah,
I love that brown beer. When I drink 2 glasses of that stuff, I do stripteases on bars. I do anything. I'm flying. What's in that? What's it called?
Stout.
Guinness. What Guinness?
Guinness. What the fuck is in that?
It's I don't know, but it's evil and it's black and it's
delicious.
It's nice. Don't get me wrong. I don't drink beer anymore. I can't drink beer. I don't know why. It just changed. So now I'm an old wino.
Well, that's okay. But no, I whenever I go to London, the first thing I tell James, you know where we go? We go to the King's Inn or the Queen's Inn, the gay bar. What is it called? The King's Inn? The King's.
Anyway,
it has sawdust on the floor.
It could be either one.
It's probably the King's the Queen because he's a queen.
No, King. It's called. I'm not a queen. You fuck. You're the queen, not me. I'm a mobster. I'm a gangster. Anyway, we go there and we drink stout until we can't walk.
All right, so we got to go, though, because we're out of time. So,
anyway,
Rob Palladino, thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it. Good luck with the album.
Thank you very much.
It was such a pleasure. And everybody else, thanks for tuning in to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella.
Yeah.